Count me nail in the coffin, bro.
Alright. We good to go?
Yeah.
I'm gonna begin my second statement right here by refuting what Ash had to say about. He brought up that there was a total of 500 civilian casualties over 2 different wars spanning over 10 years. War has collateral damage, but the U.S. makes efforts to limit collateral damage. For example, Ramadi, Iraq, before troops went in, before the bombing started, we dropped letters by helicopter and also went door to door telling the civilians that they needed to leave before the war, or before the fighting actually started. So we do make efforts to limit civilian casualties, whereas the Islamic government and the Syrian government over there do not. They drop bombs where they think that there's ISIS. They don't check to see if there's civilians there. As Americans, we're better equipped, we're better trained, and there's a reason why we've already sent special forces over there to train their troops, is because we know how to fight these fights. We've been doing it for almost 20 years now. And so we know how to fight these fights. They could use our help. This is just a quote from Lizzie Dearden of The Independent. Among the 57 civilians killed in Monday's raids were 5 children, the observatory said, and more than 100 others were wounded. This was a result of a regime raid. That just proves to you that's the death toll over a day. Just one day in Syria, as opposed to our 500 over a 10-year span in 2 different wars. So we obviously know what we're doing compared to what they do. I'll also respond to what Izzy had to say, that there is no military solution. ISIS already rules an area larger than the United Kingdom, and it has already taken up what Islamic law refers to as offensive jihad, which is the the forcible expansion into the countries that are ruled by non-Muslims, which means us, and means our neighboring allies. They're pushing for global war and global domination. As he's already pointed out earlier, they want to conquer the world by 2020. So what does that mean? Like, they're just going to skip over us? No. Like, we're one of the superpowers. We're going to be one of the first ones that they hit. They admit it. ISIS recently called out the U.S. on via video, saying that they will hit the heart of America, which is Washington, D.C. So they've already threatened us. They've hit us before. They're going to do it again. We need to get involved in some way. I'm giving you a call to action. Like, we can't just sit around and let it happen. In closing, I'd like to summarize the affirmative claim that the U.S. should intervene with forces in Syria. Significance: Syrian government is killing their own people. That has to stop, and we can help them. An Assad regime victory would be disastrous, because they're partners with Russia, and Russia is one of our biggest threats that we have. Putin has already backed Assad, and he's not going to sit there and watch Assad just lose. So he's going to do anything he can to keep him in power, which means he's going to back him eventually, and that's bad news for us. Inherency: the United States' current policy is ineffective. I think we've pointed that out pretty well over this whole deal with the refugee problem and the war claiming over 250,000 lives already. Thank you.